You know that feeling when things just seem off? Kind of like there's a strange blurriness to the world, a slow fade you just can't quite put your finger on? Well, what we're about to get into isn't just another news headline. This is something much deeper, a quiet crisis of, believe it or not, mass amnesia.
And this quote right here, this is really the heart of what we're unpacking today. Now, look, this isn't about panicking. It's more of an invitation, not to just believe me, but to simply start noticing what's going on just under the surface of your own daily life.
And if your mind's been foggy lately or you felt unfocused, maybe not quite like yourself, trust me, you are not alone. That feeling, that sense of being a little off center, not fully present in your own life, it's become a really common shared experience. So in this explainer, we're going to dig in and find out why.
All right, so let's pull back the curtain a bit. It's time to look at the invisible architecture that's been quietly, kind of secretly reshaping our inner worlds, a lot of the time without us even realizing it, and definitely without our permission.
You know, most of us like to think we're in the driver's seat, right? We're making our own choices about what to read, what to feel, what actually matters. But more and more, we're living inside what's being called a curated reality. And here's the kicker. It's not just about systems showing you what they think you want to see. Oh no, it's about shaping what you want in the first place.
See, our choices, your choices, they usually come from a place of genuine curiosity or desire. But the algorithms that are curating our reality, they operate on a whole different level. They become masters of prediction. They know exactly what's going to spark your anger. They know when you're feeling lonely or when you're craving attention. And with all that knowledge, they don't just show you content, they actually start to build who you become.
And this is the absolutely crucial point. We're way beyond just talking about targeted ads for shoes you looked at once. This is a fundamental dulling of our instincts. It's a softening of our beliefs until they just fade into silence. It's nothing less than a structural erosion, a breakdown of who we are.
So, okay, what does this erosion of self actually feel like? I mean, how does this whole cognitive drift thing show up in our day-to-day lives? Let's get into it. I want you to really think about this. Does any of it sound familiar? That constant swing between feeling totally apathetic and then suddenly agitated? That endless cycle of scrolling and reacting? The thing is, our brains just weren't built for this level of nonstop stimulation. And without those periods of real deep focus, we start the struggle to turn our short-term experiences into long-term memories. It's almost like our lives are being written in disappearing ink. And this is what's really at stake. You don't just forget moments. You start to forget yourself. Maybe you used to be really passionate about something or super driven, and now those parts of you just feel distant. This isn't just being stressed or burned out. It could be a sign that you're literally forgetting the very shape of your own mind. And this leads to the final stage, when meaning starts to fade, when that deep, deep apathy sets in. The self becomes soft, vulnerable. You basically become a blank page, just ready for someone else to come along and write your story for you. But listen, if any of this is hitting home, don't lose hope. Seriously, the very fact that you're recognizing it means something inside of you still remembers. So the big question is, how do we find our way back? Well, let's walk through 6 steps to help you remember, to reclaim your memory. Okay, so let's break these down. Step 1, see the fog. This isn't about fighting the trance, it's just about noticing it. Acknowledge when you're mindlessly scrolling. That awareness, that's your first move. Next, number 2, drop the mask. Be brutally honest with yourself about how you really feel. Say 3 true things, even if it's just to yourself. Third, get in your body. Put the phone down, take a deep breath, actually feel your physical self in the world. Number 4 is recover what you buried. Think about it. What passion or dream did you put on a shelf? It's time to reconnect with it. Fifth, make the ordinary sacred. Your words literally shape your brain. That's neuroplasticity in action. So speak your intentions out loud. And finally, number 6, leave a trail. Just write a little note to yourself. I was here, I remembered, and put it somewhere you'll see it every day. It's about creating a physical anchor to your conscious self. Okay, before we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a few questions. And look, these aren't supposed to have easy answers. The idea is to just plant them inside you to help you start that process of remembering for yourself. First one, what parts of me have I already forgotten? I mean, what parts of yourself have faded away, not because you changed, but just because you stopped remembering they were there?
And what about your instincts? You know, those gut feelings, those little intuitive nudges? Have they started to grow quiet, maybe even drowned out by all the noise?
And finally, what dreams did you have that grew small? Think about the big aspirations you once had that somehow got downsized or dismissed. Was that really your choice, or did something take them from you?
Here's the key thing to get. Fracturing your memory is how they fracture your identity. But your memory is your map. Your attention is your weapon. Your thoughts, that's your territory. These are your tools. They belong to you and only you, and they are absolutely yours to command.
And that really is the ultimate takeaway. Your sense of self is not theirs to edit. Behind all that fog, you are still in there. You were never erased. You were just hidden. And if a light just turned on in a room you forgot even existed, that wasn't us waking you up. That was you. Now, remember.